Better announce the band coming at that point. Something went radically wrong down here. This is a song which has a reference back to an old friend of mine in England. His name was Tom Lee, and he was a cartographical surveyor grade 4, which apparently meant he drew maps in the army, which is better than getting shot, I suppose. In my illustrious family tree there's one man stands supreme, my grandad on my mother's side, who died at 93. But he was fit and healthy on the day he passed away, when his motorcycle failed to take the bend at Watson's Bay. Yes, grandad was a healthy man until the very last, and some say he went better as the years went rolling past. But if you asked him why this was, there'd come a twinkle to his eye. He'd dig his elbow in your ribs and thus he'd make reply: you've got to have your crumpet and a little bit of grog if you want to see a new and better day. Well, that was Grandad's motto, remember to get blotto and a little bit of what-ho every day. Well, it's fine if you've got money in this land of milk and honey, but you're better off with whiskey and a wife, 'cause you've got to have your crumpet and a little bit of grog if you want to live a long and happy life. Well, I remember Grandad's funeral on that sunny April day, with 100 scaly relatives to see him laid away. Festooned Auntie sniffed and sneezed and tried to shed a tear, while his old pals from the RSL rolled up to lift the beer. And with his boozing mates who had turned up to see him go, there were 36 young ladies there who no one seemed to know. And as the preacher raised his eyes, he prayed for Grandad's soul. His boozing mates and the girls all smiled when a voice came from the old: you've got to have your crumpet and a little bit of grog if you want to see a new and better day. So remember, kith and kin, just a little drop of gin and a little spot of sin to end the day. Just grab yourselves a whiskey and a filly feeling frisky. Don't waste your time just dabbing at your tears, 'cause you've got to have your crumpet and a little bit of grog if you want to live for many merry years. Well, until she'd heard his final words, my grandad's sister Gert had lived a life of chastity with ne'er so much as a flirt. The model too of temperance, she never touched a drop. But the day of Grandad's funeral brought all that to a stop. She slipped out from the boiled ham tea and went upon the town, and came back hours later singing "Knees Up, Mother Brown." But what has really shocked her friends within the last few weeks, she started buying magazines on sexual techniques. 'Cause you've got to have your crumpet and a little bit of grog if you want to see a new and better day. No time to faff and frig, grab the nearest glass and swig, and a little bit of jig, a jig's okay. So come on girls, be like Gertie, 'cause it's fun, it isn't dirty, and there's nothing like a middy and a man. 'Cause you've got to have your crumpet and a little bit of grog if you want to live your full allotted span. Well, I wish that Grandad's final words forevermore could stand, and his brave new philosophies could sweep throughout the land. Each dear old thing his glass would ring and pop another cork, whilst every babe would learn to woo before he learned to walk. An endless sea of bonhomie would travel o'er the earth, with every man and woman giving all that they were worth. And then I know that every soul 100 years would log, because he'd had his crumpet and a little bit of grog. You've got to have your crumpet and a little bit of grog if you want to see a new and better day. Well, that's what Grandad taught just a little glass of port and a little bit of naughty every day. Well, it's fine if you've got wealth, but you'll never buy good health, for health, my friend, can only come one way. You've got to have your crumpet and a little bit of grog if you want to see a new and better day. You've got to have your crumpet and a little bit of grog if you want to see a new and better day.